Well, would you look at that? Greetings, YouTube. Happy for Friday, and welcome to a cash or trash video that is Kabam packaging the same content that a lot of people complained about, only giving it for half the price and thus giving it for half as much. It is amazing to me to see this offer because I remember a while back, and we see this now about once a month because they know just how thirsty everybody is, especially those top whales, for Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, that $100 will get you one Tier 2 Alpha, which is pretty scary, right? Because that means that $400 would get you one 5-star from rank 3 to rank 4, and then $600 would get you enough Tier 2 Alphas on the average of that price to get a 5-star from rank 4 to rank 5. So, you know, doing the basic math, 4 plus 6, $100 a piece, you're looking at $1,000 the game values their code at, their Tier 2 Alpha code, to bring up one of your 5-stars from rank 3 to rank 5. So Kabam's like, alright, you know, if you don't think $100 is worth paying for a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst, why don't we give you half a fully formed for half the price, $50. So is it at all a better deal? I guess there are going to be people, because I know commoners by now. I've been doing so many of these videos, over 700 now. Can you believe that? 700 videos. And I've reviewed every offer there's to review in the last year. And I know there are people who are like, Professor Hoffman, you are so inaccurate about the price of this $50 bundle. It is not $50 for a Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragment. It's like $35 because you get 10 Tier 1 Alphas with it and 25 Tier 4 class Catalysts and, 250,000 gold. So please be more accurate, Professor, if you even are a professor. Alright, Tool, I know you're going to comment that. And, you know, it's a fair point in the Tool's defense, because even though you're probably a huge douchebag in real life, you do make a point that is fair. It's not just half of the Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst bundle. It is also 10 Tier 1 Alphas, which is enough to get a 5-star from rank 1 to rank 3, because you need 5 Tier 1 Alphas per rank up. It's so crazy. You only need 2 Tier 4 basics for that first rank up, but you need 5 Tier 1 Alphas. And, you know, 250,000 gold for those of you who are gold depleted and don't grind your life away in the arena like me. You know, that's important. And then 25 Tier 4 class Catalyst fragments. At this point, all the in-game players have plenty of Tier 4 CCs, and even if you don't have those class Catalyst fragments, you're going to get plenty of them with map 5. With the grind and even some map 6. So I don't value those at anything to really go home about, and I don't include them in the overall assessment of any offer either. So is it trash or cash? Well, let me divert your attention away from this real quick and remind you what is coming up in 4 days on the monthly August login calendar, which is doubling or tripling as the unofficial compensation for breaking many of your iPhones and causing them to heat up faster than you've ever thought technology could. And we see that for free every day this month, we have the blessing of receiving a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst. That's just for logging in every day. It takes no money whatsoever. It takes no units whatsoever. It is literally free to anyone, especially you free-to-play players who aren't going to be looking at this $49.99 offer anyways. But back to the aforementioned offer. I cannot rate this any higher than a C- to a generous C for this offer. It is average at best, given how the community is outraged that the same thing we're getting for free in 4 days, Kabam still normally puts a $100 price tag on, and they have not diminished that price tag at all because they're giving you 18,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, or half of a Tier 2 Alpha for $50, which is exactly, of course, half the price of a $100 fully formed. And I would value 10 Tier 1 Alphas at, I don't know, $10, right? Maybe $1 a piece, given how easy you can get them now, especially with the new peak milestones that have been added. So, you know, gold, let's just say the other two are $5. So, realistically speaking, it's $35 for half a Tier 2 Alpha, and then $15 for everything else. Is that still a good price? Hell no. I just don't think at this stage in the game I'm going to endorse anybody spending the same amount of money that you used to be able to buy any console game, anything, $50. You could play a whole game that could last you a year if you played one of those incredible games that even like an Arkham Asylum where you have to go back and do all the mini missions. You know what I'm talking about. To say the same price that you could get a year's worth of a console experience to get half of something that's only, even if you got a full one, a fourth of what you need to not even take a rank 4 champion up. I just can't endorse it. And there are people, every time I do an offer, there are some people who say, Prof, you are way too picky. You can't say that about this. Well, I disagree. I'm not talking about July 4th in this. July 4th is its own separate unicorn deal that nothing can be compared to. But we see $100 for Tier 2 Alpha on its own every month. And it's gotten to be the average, very laughable price for somebody spending a lot of money on something that's not going to even be close to immediately ranking that champ up from rank 3 to rank 4. And there are going to be people who say, Prof, I think a C- to a C is way too generous. I'd give it an F. I can't believe that you would pay. I get, I guess, the F argument more than like the B argument, but regardless, I try to be objective and fair, and that's why I'm going to put this right in the middle at a C- to a C. I recommend that you don't buy this unless you are so dang close with the fully formed Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst bundle you'll be getting in about 3 days. Like, let's say you've got a 5-star Blade, and that Blade needs to go to rank 4, and you've got all the materials except for Tier 2 Alphas, and you've got 2 Tier 2 Alphas right now, and about 2.5, we'll say. And you'll get a third in 4 days, and then you'll complete the other half by buying this. That is the one exception, unless you flip it and also talk about rank 4 to rank 5 if you're that close. That's the one exception that I can understand you needing to spend the $50 because you are going to get a return on your investment that is much more significant than the average player. But, you look at somebody like myself, I have basically, I think, 2 Tier 2 Alpha Catalysts and 2,000 fragments left over. I can't do anything with that. So I'm just not going to spend my $50. I'm going to wait for something much, much better. So I hope this video helped you. Happy Friday once again. This is more trash than cash, certainly, and hopefully you agree. Comment below. Let me know what you think the assessment on this deal would need to be. I think, given the state of the game, I would give this an A if it was about $30. $30, sure. We'll give it at least a B+ to an A-, but $50, not on your life, Kabam. Not on your life.